Dear brothers and sisters, warm greetings to you all. I am Hari Babu, an advocate at Hyderabad High Court. I wrote the book Indian Politics versus Indian Constitution in English and Bharata Prajalamagu Memu in Telugu and published them through Notion Press, Chennai. These books are available worldwide, online platforms in Amazon, Flipkart, Kobo and Notion Press. Having written the above books, I understood that whatever is happening in India for the last 75 years on social, political and economic fronts in India in the name of the Constitution is not in accordance with what is stated in the Constitution. It is totally opposed to what has been stated in the Constitution. As a result, we are seeing the political instability, political uncertainty, political immorality, and the resultant social strife and poverty. I started this web series to bring to the notice of the listeners the true constitutional content and intent, with fond hope that these videos will become viral and bring about change in social, political and economic thought of India. Today I am going to cover a very important topic. For any democracy, elections are seminal, fair elections. So election of a ruler is seminal to all that follows thereafter. I request you all to please subscribe, share and comment on my videos, and I will be glad to reply to your queries either directly or through a reply video. So far I made 3 videos in this series in which I explained you that India is neither secular nor federal nor socialistic nor parliamentary democracy. I also explained you how the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court in S.R. Bommai case of 1994 was not constitutionally right. In this video, I would like to bring to your notice the process and importance of election of President of India. In terms of Article 324 and 55, President of India is the only elected executive in India. Election of Chief Minister with majority in the Assembly, election of Prime Minister with majority in the Lok Sabha are contained in Pakistan Constitution Article 91 and 130, but such provisions are not there under Indian Constitution. Article 54 says that President of India shall be elected by an electoral college consisting of all the MLAs in India and all members of both houses of parliament, namely Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And Article 55(1) says that as far as practicable, there shall be uniformity in the scale of representation for different states in the election of the president. Again, Article 55 Clause 2 says that there shall be parity and uniformity among all the states. For that purpose, Article 55(2) Clause A states that total population of the state, any state, shall be divided by the number of MLAs in the state to give average vote value of each MLA. Please remember, it is the population but not the voters. That is the reason why President of India is deemed to have been elected by all the citizens of India from child to old, which gives him power to rule the country. Article 55, Class 2, Subclass C states that to arrive the vote value of each MP of a state, the total vote values of all the MLAs in India would be divided by all the parliament members in both houses of parliament. So that gives the average vote value of each parliament member. And again, Article 55(3) says that to ensure transparency and secrecy in the election of the president, it states that issuing of whips by political parties in presidential elections is prohibited. So this is a truly democratic election. Consider for a while, President is elected by all the MLAs and members of both houses of parliament. And who elected Dr. Manmohan Singh as Prime Minister? You can also remember I.K. Gujral, Deve Gowda, Chandrasekhar, and P.V. Narasimha Rao, Indira Gandhi, and Rajiv Gandhi for the first time when they were elected as Prime Ministers. They were not members of either of the Lok Sabha or of the Rajya Sabha. First, they may be appointed as Prime Ministers by the President of India under Article 75, and later within 6 months, they have to get elected either to the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha, or the President can appoint them as member of the Rajya Sabha. Please also remember certain chief ministers who were not elected as chief ministers or even any member of the house. In the previous term, Mamata Banerjee, now the Mr. Nitish Kumar, Uddhav Thackeray, Yogi Adityanath, and Konijiti Roshaya of Andhra Pradesh. These were all nominated MLCs. One may say that they are elected by the assembly members. But please remember, if a chief minister elected by 60 to 100 MLAs gets so much power, it is surprising to note that a President of India who is elected by 4,200 MLAs and 775 parliament members in accordance with the constitution does not have any power. Especially in case of coalitions, it is much worse. When no party gets total majority to form a government, the president or the governor asks the leader of the single largest party to form government and gives him 15 days time to prove his majority on the floor. Then they collect all the MLAs, whoever are in their support, hide them in resorts in forests, settle positions, money and everything, and they bring before the president. They conduct voting by issuing whips, meaning that they should openly vote. If they openly vote, is it democracy at all? It is a false, funny and shameful activity. It is not democracy at all. So the very important takeaways from Article 55, vindicating the importance of the election of the president, is that total population in a state, total number of MLAs, and total number of parliament members in a state, as far as practicable, must be equal in all the states. And the proportionate population they represent also should be equal as far as practicable. By now, you must have understood that reorganization of linguistic states or unequal states in 1956 or formation of some other states due to political reasons is a constitutional blunder. If some states have more population and thereby have more votes to their MLAs and parliament members in presidential elections, naturally the president will give more importance to such states and small states get neglected. For example, UP was kept the biggest and the then Congress party owned that state. Nehru family contested mainly from Uttar Pradesh. If a regional party could command majority in UP, that party can wield power at the center. If a national party gains majority in UP, the leader of that party will become Prime Minister of the country. At the same time, if there is no parity between vote value of each MLA and each MP within the states or interstate, some MLAs will get more importance, some parliament members will get more importance, and some others will get very less importance. To obviate this disparity among different states and their leaders in Article 80, 81 and 170, it is stated that each state shall have, as far as practicable, equal number of population, equal number of MLAs, equal number of parliament members. If there be any deviation from this condition, it is stipulated that at least 50% of the states should agree to this. This is also the reason why Constitution intended that population census shall be taken every 10 years starting from 1951 to continue on 1961, 71, 81, etc. At the same time, first elections were conducted in 1952. The Constitution intended general elections only every 5 years, which I will discuss in my next videos under Article 83, 85, 172 and 174. It means that census will be conducted every 10 years, that is after every 2 general elections, and states should be reorganized. And number of assembly seats and parliament seats in the states also should be reorganized. Unfortunately, Indian polity, press and judiciary failed to understand this intention of the Constitution. Many people say president is indirectly elected, so he does not have any power, he should not play politics. But please consider, if president is indirectly elected, do they mean to say that prime minister is directly elected? A chief minister is directly elected? As explained you, they are not elected at all. They are appointed by the executive under Article 75 and 164. If a president is apolitical, non-political, how can he get elected by the MLAs and parliament members pan-India? He has to solicit votes from MLAs and MPs. How can he do that if he doesn't know them, if he is not connected to them? So, a president should be an active politician. He should actively campaign for the political party, for their assembly and parliament members. Under Article 53(1), President is the executive power of the Union, which he may exercise either directly by himself or through officers subordinate to him. Please understand this. President of India is the executive power of the Union, which he may exercise either directly by himself. That is the first option. Or through officers subordinate to him. It doesn't mean that he should follow the advices of his subordinates as commands. Under Article 53(2), President of India is the Supreme Commander of Armed Forces. Unfortunately, despite the Constitution giving him so much powers, entire Constitution is about his powers and discretions, he confined himself right from 1950 to Rashtrapati Bhavan. This is misfortune of 140 crore people of India. This also shows the abysmal ignorance of Indians about the Constitution and democracy. Unfortunately, the President of India is gratified with the facilities. A palatial Rashtrapati Bhavan, differently attired gods blowing up trumpets thrice a day, and to arrange 7-horse drawn cart if he wants to visit the parliament. These are the facilities provided to Britain king, who is hereditary. But Indian president is elected by the people, and as such, arranging of such facilities to President of India and confining him to the Rashtrapati Bhavan and ruling the country by unelected people is not democracy at all. In democracy, there should be legislative and also the executive. If you destroy the executive, how it can be a democracy at all? Indian democracy is limping on single leg. It is not democracy. It doesn't go anywhere. It leads to accidents. Alas, I pity. Master has become servant to his subordinates. He remained silent spectator against his own oath of office under Article 60 to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of India and the law, and to devote himself for the service and well-being of the people of India. This is the highest oath of office meant only for the President of India under the Constitution, but to none else. In the next videos, I will come with the dangers of somebody becoming Chief Minister or Prime Minister with majority in the legislatures. In the meanwhile, I request you, my dear friends, to please share, subscribe, and comment on my videos so that this constitutional content will reach to as many citizens as possible. Thank you.